Okay, so IDnow are a global IDV services provider. So we provide solutions such as documents, biometrics, data, and PEPs and sanctions globally. And we help our clients onboard their customers in a safe and compliant way. So we were founded in Germany. Our solution was the first to market in the German marketplace to enable consumers to onboard remotely. We're still the leader in the German marketplace. The predominant way for users to onboard in Germany is via a video identification. And basically what that consists of is the user is connected with an agent over a video call, so like a Teams call, but a lot more secure than a Teams call. And the agent is a highly trained agent to be able to spot fraud, and they'll instruct the user how to present their ID. And they'll be asking certain questions to try and see if there are any other indicators of fraud like coercion, etc. An agent-assisted method. And then about 3 years ago, we acquired an organization called Next, who are the leading IDV service provider in France. And they brought with them a lot more automation, so a lot more automated solutions. We do have automated solutions in Germany as well, but Next brought along kind of solutions with other kind of techniques for recording in session as well, for compliance in the French marketplace and Spanish marketplace, etc., so that you can use humans to review the session after the automated. And then a couple of years ago, we acquired a company called ITM, Identity TM, in Germany, who provide in-branch technology. So you're not relying on not highly trained staff to decide whether a document is fraudulent or not. You can use the technology to do that. So if you look at all the solutions that we've got, we can pretty much satisfy any use case within globally. And also we are compliant across all the jurisdictions within Europe. So a lot of our clients come to us because we are one of the leaders in Europe, and they can get all of those services through a single API. So they don't have to have a number of vendors in all the different countries. They can just use one single vendor. So for organizations like IDnow, it gives our client the comfort and confidence that we are onboarding their customers safely and compliantly, and handling that data securely and compliantly. And that goes for the UK consumers as well. I think the UK government is hoping that the trust framework will pave the way towards digital identity in the UK. And in order to do that, we've got to give the UK consumer trust that their data is being used securely. And so that's really important. And in the UK, it's important for the economy that the UK consumer kind of gets used to digital identity. There was a snippet from a report I saw recently where small, medium businesses haven't fully embraced the technology, the digital transformation. And it's believed that if digital identity becomes more popular, that will accelerate that, and that will contribute something like 230 billion to the UK economy. So it's really important. And when you look around, digital identity is on the increase. If you look at just IDnow, we've got a digital wallet, a reusable ID that's operational in France, in Belgium, where we'll be launching in Germany soon. We've just done a POC with IATA, the International Travel Agency, for a global use case for digital identity. So, it's happening, and the UK has got to embrace digital identity to keep up with the rest of the world, and the trust framework is going to play an important role in that. Fraud does continue to rise. I think the UK, I think we've got the honour of being the fraud capital of Europe. I think it's something like £3 billion a year that UK business or the UK loses to fraud. And yeah, it is on the increase, and the level of sophistication is increasing as well. I think if you look at things like synthetic fraud, is certainly on the increase, where fraudsters will use a combination of real and fake data, create an identity that's difficult to detect, and then use that identity over time, build up a credit history, and then when they've got a good credit rating, they'll what's called bust out, take a huge loan or max out the credit cards and then disappear. So ways to combat that would be, ID using document and using biometrics would be a way to combat that. These fraudsters want to stay anonymous, so actually they don't want to put the face in front of a camera, but also using AI to look at patterns and trends and anomalies in the data to identify things like synthetic fraud. Deepfakes is another trend that's on the increase. We've all seen the celebrities who've been have had all sorts of deepfake imposters, let's say, and so deepfakes are also being used to try and fool biometric solutions. And then there are some really good ones out there, and I know the biometrics industry is working furiously to stay and try and stay ahead of that trend. And then we've got, because AI is so accessible, fraudsters can use it now to create fake IDs, and some really good fake IDs. And organizations like IDnow, again, we're using different techniques to try and combat that type of fraud and stay ahead of that fraud. So at IDnow, we have what we call 360 signals, so using things like screen detection, using things like holograms, kinograms, using things like device fingerprinting, and using what we call template signals to look at, again, using AI to gather up all of this information and indicate whether there is any fraudulent activity, try and identify fraudulent identities. So yeah, fraud is on the increase, but the industry is working tirelessly to protect UK business and the UK consumers.